Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie. Today's episode will be BubbleGloop Swamp. Without further ado, let's head on in. Now, let's take a quick look around. We have a bridge with some disappearing notes. We've got a pole thing with some red feathers. We've got some kind of crocodile thing. Okay then. We've got a dart frog. And we also have a beehive. First thing we want to do, since we're still learning all the moves, as Bottles will see, keep your eyes open for a new move, Beak Face. So apparently Bottles has now gotten in on the insulting names list. Okay, let's go rat-a-tat-rat this thing. That is the easiest way to kill the frogs, is with the rat-a-tat-rat. Hooray for eggs. And here's where we learn the move, which is learning how to use the wading boots. So if you remember in the last episode, when we were heading over toward the Freeze Easy Peak picture, we had to go through some swamp water. And in the swamp water was a whole bunch of... Hold that thought while I get this guy. This is actually part of a Jiggy. His name is Croctus. Apparently he likes to eat eggs. So then he shifts over this one, and take a note that it's actually a different Croctus. Different color eyes. Now, back to what I was saying. The wading boots actually help with the swamp water. Here, let me show you what I mean. There's a mumbo token over here. Now see that? See how I'm kind of wading through the water but the piranhas aren't getting me? That's because of the wading boots. The wading boots kind of act as a buffer between you and the piranhas. Get the Jinjo. Be careful when you jump back that you don't go in the water. Oh, another poison dart frog. Wonderful. We'll just leave that guy. Little honeycomb piece there. We'll stomp down on the switch. Yes, it's way up there, and there's no other way to go to get there except up this way. Almost fell off. Make sure you don't do that. If you crop this, go back into Talon Trot. And that's over in that direction, but we'll get there shortly. Again, you want to be quick about this, because you do have a time limit. Let's get the other Jinjo. Now, the last part you really want to be careful with. It gets very narrow. So I suggest not using Talon Trot for that. And we have the first jigsaw piece with 6 seconds to go. Now we'll head over this way toward the next jigsaw piece. Again, we'll get these two knuckleheads. Wonderful. Yeah, be careful with that. Something that is worth noting, again, you see those notes there. You also heard the wading boots. It's actually easier, and better for that matter, to get the notes without using the wading boots. It'd be nice if I could actually get this darn egg, because there's a note in there. A gold piece in there. It's better to use your health to get the notes. And of course I had to miss one. No! That was... Oh my god, this is not helpful. Because then you don't waste time. Fantastic. Oh. I thought I missed that. Get another Ekum Bokum token. Yeah, say that 5 times fast. And we'll go back over this way. Now, this area here. Yeah, this. you're going to be coming back through this section a lot. First order of business is to defeat these things. Yes, they're 2 different color frogs, which is incredibly infuriating. Best way to deal with these guys is to use your gold feathers. As a reminder, that is the Z button plus down, Z button plus right C. There's that gold piece. From here, you can literally choose any path you like, north, south, east, or west, but seeing as how directions are kind of pointless in this game, we'll just go this way. Also, these huts that you have to destroy, there's only really useful things in 2 of these. First one being full of the notes and the witch switch, which is a better said as a bleep switch, but that is neither here nor there. And we'll just backflip onto this. There's another launch pad. Yeah, you guessed it. Launch pad ahoy. Now, you theoretically, could get over here without using the pad, as you'll see here. But for that, because there's a Mumbo token, I prefer to do it that way. This one has the gold piece, but as you see, I'm at full health. Like I said before, just fall right off and get the wading boots. That will come in handy. I'm not entirely sure this is faster to jump while you're using the wading boots, but for the sake of simplicity, I will do that. Press B to take off the wading boots. Oh, what in the world? Hooray for camera glitches. Then we'll go this way. This will be... You have to hit his feet, as much as that sounds crazy. Grab the Dinjo. And he will literally cough up a gold piece. Yeah. Perhaps I would like that. That would be quite nice. Now, what some might not see originally, when they first play this game, is that there actually is an inside to the shell. I like to get the notes first. Quiet please, the famous Tip-Top Choir will now perform my latest work. Okay, 1, that's really short. Bit short, isn't it, Shellboy? And 2, it's literally just 2 shells. What you have to do is remember which order these are in and then repeat them in the correct order. If you don't, you'll lose health. Yellow, blue, purple, magenta, cyan. It might also be worth writing down, just in case, as I thought I got the first one, but I missed. Now 5 is done. We have 1 more, and it's the longest of the bunch. Blue, magenta, purple, cyan, magenta, yellow, and purple. Great. Let's see if I get this right. Blue. Of course not. Because why would I get it on the first try? Really? Magenta, purple, cyan, magenta, yellow, blue? Nope. Magenta, purple. That's what I mean. Sometimes it's easier just to write it down. And that's another jigsaw piece. We now have 6. Literally 6. And that's taken us 9 minutes. Not bad. Sorry, there's nothing more I can teach you. I'm not trying to get taught something. I'm trying to get this stinking piece of honeycomb. So I don't die. It'd be nice if I didn't miss all those the first time. Okay. I'm a little bit low on health, so I'm going to have to do some kind of pickup stuff here. I'd much rather not have to do that, but I didn't leave myself a choice. How typical of me. Oh well, so it is. So let's see, we went this way, we went that way goes back to where we came, so we have to go this way. Got these notes, there's a pair of wading boots up there, but I prefer not to take them or use them. There's another one of these things. I swear cloning is still illegal with those flies, just as it is with these crocodiles things. Now, this one's kind of tricky because you can do a whole lot of different things here. I used up a whole lot of my gold feathers, so I'm gonna go over and grab those. And quick note to self, that bridge will be getting used later, and it's very narrow because there will be a jiggy there because there's a switch over there. So yeah, fair warning. Grab the notes. As you see, do a backflip. It's the easiest way to do that. Then use the rat-a-tap-tap. Just barely got that. Why did I do that? In fact, why did I do that twice? Again, sacrifice your health for the notes. You know, I really wish I wasn't this bad at that. Usually I'm not. That's why I don't understand. But so is the case in this Let's Play. Now what I like to do now is go back for the last remaining Croctus. When you're speedrunning especially, you want to do as little backtracking as possible. In the case of the crocodile, you don't really get much of a choice, but yeah, try and jump on top of Croctus because you can just get that gold piece quicker and it'll lower your time. Boing, boing, boing. Sorry. That's my ADD kicking in. So you'll see here that we need to go in there, but we're too big right now. That's where all 21 of our Mumbo tokens come in. And my health. Alright, I've lost 3 health, so we'll just take those from the beehive. Got some wading boots. We will be needing those because there are notes here that we will need to gather on our way to Mumbo's hut for yet another transformation. Okay, you guys ever get the feeling like you need to sneeze during a Let's Play like this and you just can't? Or it just disappears on you? Yeah, that's kind of the feeling I was just getting. So as I was mentioning, here's that switch. Let me get a little closer in. Yeah, note to self. Don't fall off. That is incredibly infuriating, and you will lose health. And you'll also have to go through that maze again. So yeah, if you're playing this game and you're speed running it, do yourself a favor and don't do what I do. Because you will not do well. This comes under the heading of do not backtrack. Or miss what you're supposed to be getting. That too. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm going to go the other way with the camera. So yeah, this switch across that path to that area over there, which is where you'll find your jiggy. Now comes the tricky part. I like to go forward just a bit. Reverse the camera. Roll to the jiggy. Now that I have some space on this end, I can go back and get the eggs. It's still a bit tricky though. Now we can get the other notes. Do take note, there is a Mumbo token back there. Again, let's just, whatever the heck that is, we'll just get rid of it. This should be a pair of wading boots. Don't need that. That's where I thought that was, even though I don't need it. Wonderful. So where's the other honeycomb piece? Oh my god, it's right there! That was so easy. It should be illegal. And it is. Just like... Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. There's a 1 in 40 chance that you do get turned into a washing machine. So if you notice that your tokens don't go down right away, you're turning into a washing machine. I hope you like to do the laundry. Mumbo need new boots. That is not exactly all that funny after you just turn me into a washing machine. Yeah, please don't do that. Now, hitting B while you're moving makes you want to eat things. It is a little bit quicker, but for each one it's kind of negligible. And I went the wrong way, of course. So there are only 4 notes left. And we have to take on this guy. This guy right here, his name is Mr. Vile, and he is the death to all speedrunners in this world. Let's find out why. I'm Mr. Vile, greediest croc of all. Play my game to win a prize. Press A to accept, or B to chicken out. Well, we want his jigsaw piece, so let's press A. Game is simple. Eat more red yumblies than me. Ready? Go. Easiest way to win at this, look for grumblies that will give you combos. When I mean combos, I mean like this. 1, 2, 3. Or shall I guess combo's not the right word. It's more sequence than anything. 1, 2, 3. Get that one, thank you. Man, these crocs are hungry. I love the sound effects, seriously. Something to keep in mind when you're playing this game, if you tie, it's the same as a loss. So you need to make sure you're at least 1 ahead. And if you get at least 35, you get an extra life. Grr, you only win easy game. Now we play harder game. Eat reds, avoid yellows. They not ripe. Well, okay. Now I'm going to employ a different strategy. This one, I'm going to let him win for a little bit, and then come on strong at the end. I usually like to give him 5, but not this time. Because what happens is, if he's ahead, he'll slow down. As you can clearly see, he is slowing down, and now he's speeding up because I'm beating him. Wait, how did I get that one? 11, 12, 13. Really? Come here, you. Oh no. Thankfully, there's a little trail here. Nice little trail. And then there's that. So 20 to 17. Ah, lucky Greedy wins. Must play last game. He only would have shown a top of screen. So this will alternate, as you'll see, between reds and yellows. The strategy I like to employ for this is get myself set up like so that I'm in the vicinity of a whole lot of different ones when the variety changes, which it will change right about every 10 seconds. This one can be pretty tricky. Especially if you eat one just a little too soon, the wrong variety. Get over here. Then you will have a problem. Just like I kind of have a bit of a problem right now. Yeah, as you can see, I lost by 2. Mighty Mr. Vile wins. Now Greeny gets chewed. What I like to do is I just like to go get him. Come on. Want to try again, Greeny? Yes, I do. Try last game again. Only he would have shown on top of screen. Well, okay then. There are a lot of Whoa, look at all the yellows. Oh my goodness. Of course they won't stay around. I want to make sure you keep an eye on Mr. Vile too. He does like to sneak around. But seeing as how I'm solidly in the lead now, I can eat this one and show you what happens. Or maybe not. Now, as tougher challenge, if Greeny not scared, you must win next 3 games to win 3 extra lives. But each time Greeny loses, Mr. Vile jumps you for a life. Yeah, so if you're really feeling up to it, you can do that. I don't, because I really don't feel like wasting time. And yes, we come out the other nostril, which is kind of annoying. But now, for the last jiggy and the last notes, we go over here. Back to where we were before. I'm going to just do a little cleaning up with some of these. There's a Jinjo over there. It's the last Jinjo we need. And now we have the last notes. I like to get the Mumbo tokens too, as part of the cleanup. And there's an extra life here somewhere. There it is. Even though I don't need it. Well, I guess technically I could need it. but since it doesn't show up on the count, theoretically, once you're past 9, you do still keep going, but you don't truly need them. A little bit more cleaning up, collect a few more eggs, and we'll be on our way. As soon as I get this honeycomb piece, because I actually forgot that I left that there. You'd think I'd remember that. It was only a few minutes ago. So, like I was saying before, your best note score for this world is now 100. Well, thank you, Bottles. Exactly what I needed to know. I'm going to grab this again. Because why not? And we're going to go back this way. As I mentioned in the previous episode, this is where the Freeze Easy Peak picture is, but as you will see, it's already completed. So why are we back here? Remember when I did that ice cube thing yesterday? For this path here, beyond that gold feather? We have a date with Destiny. Well, more like a gathering with Destiny, I guess. Because it's a giant spell book! Cheeto the spellbook you have found. Magic cheats I have for you. Hey, book brain, what did you say? You better not give my spells away. Well, technically speaking, they aren't cheats. They're just magical spells that will help you. Like, you don't actually put in true codes into anywhere in particular. Blue eggs to the Sandcastle Floor and Treasure Trove Cove. That will double the amount of eggs that you can carry. Hidden layer other spellbooks are. Why do I talk all the time? It's really hard to make these rhyme. Yes, we could all use you being quiet a little bit more, but also to make these rhyme doesn't make any sense. You're coming up with more than one rhyme. So you tried to rhyme, and you did, but it didn't make any sense. Yeah. So, with the first visit to Cheeto all taken care of, we're going to take a short pause, and we will be back.